Welcome, everyone, to our deep dive into Let Your Mind Run, Deena Kastor's memoir. Um, this book, it's not just your typical sports story. It digs deep into how our mindsets, right, they can actually shape athletic achievement. And Kastor, takes us along this incredible journey of hers, from a runner battling self-doubt to an Olympic medalist.
It's really a testament to the power of our minds, right? And how often we overlook that connection between what we can physically achieve and how strong our minds are. It's about breaking free from those limitations we put on ourselves and really uncovering our true potential.
I mean, her story really starts with this deep love for running, right?
Yeah.
As a kid, she was winning races left and right, just purely experiencing the joy of the sport.
It's that intrinsic drive, that passion,
Yeah.
that fuels early success, especially those early years.
But as we know, like life has a way of throwing curveballs, right? So, so Cass, she faces her first major setback at the Kinney National Cross Country Championships, high school, and experiences that like sting of loss for the first time.
It's such a pivotal moment, right? It's that seed of self-doubt, which so many athletes at all levels struggle with. And how they handle these early setbacks, I think it really dictates where they go from there.
And it really is relatable, right? That feeling of, did my talent just vanish? I
Yeah,
think we all kind of experience that in different areas of our lives.
absolutely. And Castor's path takes a turn when she ends up seeking guidance from Coach Milan Donnelly, who challenges her and suggests maybe she's actually afraid of success. It's incredible to think how one conversation can completely shift your thinking.
It sparked something in her, right? This curiosity about altitude training and whether that could actually help her elevate her performance. It was a real turning point, setting the stage for her move to Alamosa.
The power of a mentor, right? Sometimes we need someone to point out our blind spots, those limiting beliefs that we may not even be aware of that are holding us back.
And so she gets to Alamosa and she's thrown into this world that's completely different, right? She's training with these elite male runners, waitressing to support herself, all under the guidance of this legendary coach, Joe Vigil.
Think about the psychological impact of training in such a demanding environment. It's not just about the physical changes from altitude, it's the mental toughness that develops.
Exactly. It wasn't just about, running at altitude. Castor talks about how Coach Vigil had this unique coaching style, very holistic, focusing on rest and nutrition as much as like mental fortitude.
That's crucial. It's recognizing that optimal performance isn't just about pushing your body, it's about aligning your mind, body, and lifestyle. Have you ever encountered a situation where embracing discomfort actually pushed you towards growth?
Oh, absolutely. Castor's time in Alamosa, I mean, she was forced to confront her limitations head on and really push herself to evolve, not only as an athlete, but as a person, right?
It's so true. Sometimes the most significant growth comes from those experiences that push us beyond our comfort zones. And for Castor, one of the most impactful transformations during her time in Alamosa was discovering this world of positivity and gratitude.
Oh, definitely. And it's remarkable because it demonstrates how you can actively cultivate a positive mindset. It's not just something you're born with, it's a skill that can be developed.
The science behind positive psychology is fascinating. Studies have shown that things like gratitude practices can reduce stress, enhance sleep, and even boost your immune system.
It's not just about feeling good. It actually has tangible effects on your well-being and performance.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine how intentionally focusing on gratitude could change your everyday life.
Exactly. And Castor's experiences really illustrate this shift. It's easy to get caught up in negativity, but she shows how powerful it can be to consciously choose a more positive outlook. That mental strength was really tested, though, when she started competing internationally and faced a whole new set of challenges.
Yeah, her training in Finland was such a stark contrast to the structured world of Alamosa. She had to deal with isolation, cultural differences, even having her money stolen. It makes you wonder, right? How do you adapt to those kinds of unexpected obstacles? Where do you find that resilience?
At first, she felt so frustrated, she even wanted to give up. But ultimately, she persevered, and through that experience, she uncovered this incredible inner strength, transforming that really trying experience into a period of personal growth.
She used those trials to actually refine her approach, drawing inspiration from an unlikely source. The double Olympic gold medalist in skiing, Andre Meade Lawrence, and her memoir, A Practice of Mountain.
Right. Lawrence's ideas about harmonious motion and embracing daring really resonated with Castor. They even influenced how she ran.
It shows you that wisdom can come from anywhere, right? Lawrence's words gave Castor this fresh perspective on pushing boundaries and striving for mastery.
It highlights the benefit of learning from different disciplines and applying those insights to your own pursuit.
And speaking of pursuits, this is when love enters the picture.
Andrew, Castor's future husband, comes into the scene, and their relationship blossomed amidst this really demanding training for the Sydney Olympics. It really adds this whole other dimension to her journey.
It really shows you the impact of having that love and support system, both on your overall well-being and your athletic performance.
Having that strong support system is essential when navigating the demands of elite level training.
And with Andrew by her side, Castor's triumphs at the Olympic trials, setting a new record in the 10,000 meters. But, the road to success is never a straight line.
Right. This is where the importance of listening to your body comes in. While preparing for the Sydney Olympics, Castor's battling Achilles tendonitis.
Even though she was achieving personal bests on the European track circuit, she pushed through the pain, and it ultimately affected her performance at the Games.
It's a delicate balance, pushing your limits, but also recognizing when your body needs to rest and recover. Castor's experience is a reminder of how important self-awareness is.
It's a valuable lesson, though a tough one for many athletes. But even in those setbacks, there are valuable insights to be gained.
And those insights led to a new chapter with the formation of Team Running USA.
This incredible group of elite runners, including Castor, they come together to train in Mammoth Lakes under Coach Vigil's guidance.
The camaraderie and teamwork they built, it really pushed each of them to new heights. It's a great reminder of how powerful community can be.
Having that support system of people who share your passion and drive can make a huge difference. And for Castor, this new environment helped her conquer a new challenge, the marathon.
Her marathon debut at the New York City Marathon was just extraordinary. Fastest debut for an American woman, and she finished 7th overall.
What's even more impressive is how she was able to make that mental shift from track to marathon running. That requires a whole other level of endurance, both physically and mentally.
And her pursuit of the American record continued at the London Marathon.
She was on track to break it, but almost faltered due to complacency. It's a reminder that even when we're feeling confident, staying focused and paying attention to every detail matters.
She ultimately achieved her goal, but the experience left her with a renewed sense of determination to be absolutely prepared for the Athens Olympics.
And that brings us to the meticulous planning for Athens, specifically focusing on how to overcome the 3 H's: heat, humidity, and hills.
They really went all out, using techniques like heat acclimatization, hill simulations, all tailored to the specific demands of the Athens course. They even had her running in black clothing during those cooler mammoth temperatures just to replicate that Athenian heat.
Wow. It really shows how important preparation is, right?
Yeah.
Every detail matters, especially when you're up against tough conditions. And all that prep work, it all culminated in this emotional roller coaster of a race, the Athens Olympic Marathon.
From those pre-race nerves to the moment she realized she'd won the bronze medal, Castor takes us through every stride of that incredible race.
And that moment when she receives the olive branch wreath, it's so powerful. It's like she's connecting to the entire history of the marathon, the spirit of ancient Greece.
Right. It beautifully captures that enduring legacy of the marathon.
After Athens, Castor embarks on a new chapter, training under her former teammate, Terrence Mahan.
They both shared this focus on holistic training and intuitive guidance, which continued to shape her approach to running.
And she faces new obstacles. A foot injury that keeps her off the track for months. But even in those setbacks, she finds ways to adapt and grow.
It's a testament to her resilience. She never lets obstacles define her, always finding a way to use them to her advantage.
And then comes a huge life change. She becomes a mother to her daughter, Piper.
Motherhood brings this whole other dimension to her identity. Now she's balancing the demands of family with the demands of being an elite runner.
It's so inspiring to see how she embraces this new phase of her life. It really challenges that idea that women have to choose between family and career.
And she continues to push her limits, even setting a new American Masters record at the Chicago Marathon.
It just shows her incredible dedication to the sport, this unwavering belief in herself, even as she enters a new phase in her running career.
Throughout her memoir, Castor continually highlights how transformative mindset can be, both in achieving athletic goals and in navigating life's inevitable challenges.
Her story really resonates beyond just running, doesn't it? It's a reminder that we all have the ability to cultivate a positive mindset and tap into our own strength, no matter what we're striving for.
Absolutely. And with that in mind, as we wrap up our exploration of Let Your Mind Run, Let's try to distill 10 key takeaways from Deena Kastor's journey. These are little nuggets of wisdom that can apply to anyone, athlete or not.
I love that. It's like a cheat sheet for applying these lessons to our own lives.
So, first and foremost, I think we see that early success is often fueled by intrinsic motivation, that pure joy we get from doing something we love.
It's that initial spark, right?
Exactly. And second, setbacks are inevitable, but they can be opportunities for growth. It's not about avoiding failure, but about learning from it and becoming stronger because of it.
So setbacks are like stepping stones.
Precisely. And third, limiting beliefs can be these invisible barriers holding us back. We need to identify and challenge those negative thoughts that prevent us from reaching our potential.
It's like shining a light on those thoughts that hold us captive, right?
You got it. Fourth, mentorship can be a game changer. Sometimes we need someone to help us see our blind spots and guide us on our path.
That's so true. I've definitely experienced that in my own life.
Fifth, embracing discomfort is where the real growth happens.
Right. Stepping outside of our comfort zones, physically and mentally.
That's where the magic happens. Sixth, cultivating a positive mindset is a skill, something you can work on and develop through practice.
So it's not just about being a positive person. You can actually train your mind to be more positive.
Exactly. Seventh, resilience is key for navigating those unexpected challenges. Life throws us curveballs, but it's our ability to adapt and bounce back that allows us to thrive.
Like that experience Castor had in Finland, she could have easily given up, but she didn't.
Right, she turned it into an opportunity for growth. And eighth, inspiration can come from unexpected places.
Like from a skier's memoir.
Exactly. Be open to learning from different disciplines, mentors, all kinds of experiences.
You never know where that next spark of inspiration might come from.
Ninth, love and support from others can be incredibly powerful. Surrounding ourselves with people who love and support us, it just makes a world of difference.
That's something we see throughout Castor's journey, that strong support system.
Absolutely. And finally, 10th, our potential is limitless.
So don't ever stop exploring, pushing your boundaries,
Yeah.
believing in what you're capable of.
Exactly. So those are our 10 key takeaways from Castor's incredible journey.
It's remarkable how much wisdom we can gain from one person's experiences.
It really speaks to the power of stories, right? How they can convey universal truths about human potential and the pursuit of excellence.
And let your mind run. It's not just a story about running. It's a guide to cultivating that mindset that helps us thrive in every aspect of life.
Whether you're training for a marathon or just tackling a tough project at work, the principles of positivity, gratitude, and self-belief can make all the difference.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we encourage you to think about how you can apply what you've learned from Deena Kastor's journey to your own life.
How can you cultivate a more positive and empowered mindset?
It starts with taking that first step, that first positive thought, that first act of courage.
Embrace the journey ahead, believe in yourself, and never stop pushing your limits.
We hope this deep dive has been insightful and inspiring.
Remember, the power to achieve extraordinary things lies within you. Start by cultivating a positive mindset, one thought at a time. It's amazing, isn't it? The power of stories to connect us and teach us about ourselves.
I know, like, let your mind run. It's not just a sports book. It's really more like a roadmap almost for anyone who wants to achieve their goals and live a more fulfilling life. It's pretty incredible.
It really applies to anyone, whether you're an athlete or, just someone facing everyday challenges. And as we wrap up our deep dive, I think it's a perfect time to reflect on those key lessons we can take away from Deena Kastor's journey.
Those nuggets of wisdom, right? They're like little tools we can use to cultivate a more positive and empowered mindset starting today. Like, what are some small steps we can all take?
Well, one thing that really stands out to me is the importance of intrinsic motivation, that pure joy and passion that fuels us. Think back to your own life. What are those things that light you up, that you love doing simply for the sake of doing them? Those are the things that can really sustain us through challenges.
Absolutely. It's about rediscovering that inner spark, that love for the process itself.
Exactly. And another crucial element is remembering that setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to define us. They can actually be opportunities for growth.
Right. Like instead of letting them discourage us, we can choose to see them as stepping stones, learning from our mistakes and becoming stronger because of them.
It's all about perspective. And something else that can really hold us back is those limiting beliefs we often carry. We need to become aware of those negative thoughts and challenge them. Don't let them dictate what you're capable of.
It's like we have to break free from those mental chains, right?
You got it. And another key takeaway is the power of mentorship. Finding people who can guide us, offer advice, and help us see our blind spots. Sometimes we need that outside perspective to help us grow.
It's true. Having a mentor can be a game changer. I mean, I've certainly benefited from having mentors in my own life.
Me too. And then there's the importance of embracing discomfort, stepping outside of our comfort zones, both physically and mentally, because that's where true growth often happens.
Right? Like pushing our limits, trying new things, even if it feels a little scary at first.
Exactly. And cultivating a positive mindset, that's something we can all work on. It's not just about being an optimistic person. It's about actively practicing gratitude, focusing on the good, and believing in
It's
ourselves.
like training our minds to be more positive and resilient.
Exactly. And along with that comes resilience. It's the ability to adapt to challenges, bounce back from setbacks, and keep moving forward.
Life throws us curveballs, but it's how we handle them that determines our success.
I agree. And always remember, inspiration can come from the most unexpected places. Be open to learning from others, from different fields, from unexpected
You
experiences.
never know where that next spark of inspiration might come from.
Mm.
And then, of course, there's the power of love and support. Surrounding ourselves with people who believe in us, who uplift and encourage us.
That strong support system makes a world of difference. And ultimately, it's about remembering that our potential is limitless. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't do.
So dream big, push your boundaries, and never stop believing in yourself.
Because you are capable of amazing things. So those are our 10 key takeaways from Deena Kastor's incredible journey. It's a story that transcends the world of running and offers valuable lessons for all of us. So we encourage you to take these takeaways and apply them to your own life. Start cultivating that positive mindset, embrace those challenges, and never stop believing in your own potential. And that wraps up our deep dive into Let Your Mind Run by Deena Kastor.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive.